Today's a really great day. I'm Grant McKnight. I'm president of DuraEdge Products. I'm with our newest employee, Luke Yoder. Luke's got 20 years in Major League Baseball, or professional baseball, excuse me. What, about 15 years in Major League Baseball?
15.
15 years in Major League Baseball. One of the main problems that I've seen as I've traveled around the country and talking to guys like Luke is how they deal with their mound clay. The clay that they put on the landing area, the table, and the bullpens, the main mound, and in the batter's boxes. Clay that's typically been used has been a gray or black gumbo clay. It's pretty much what it looked like whenever I've seen it come out of bags. It's very chunky, very difficult to work with, and I could probably write a book on the number of different ways I've seen people manage to smash this stuff up. And, you know, Luke, I know that it's been really, really difficult for groundskeepers to be able to do this. This is the play that performs the best. It's the ones that the pitchers want. So, you know, you guys go through the effort because it's what's the best, right? So at DuraEdge, we try and solve problems. We don't try and reinvent the wheel and do the same thing that everybody else is doing. I looked around at several different products in the marketplace. I ultimately came back to the fact that this is the best, performs the best. I did some testing on it, so I set out to try and make it better and present it to you, the groundskeeper, better than what it has been before. That's been the objective and the overall mission of the program. So, therefore, what I did was I said, wait a minute, we specialize every day in taking chunks like this and turning them into a fine powder just like this. This is very similar to the clay that we ship all around the country in different mineralogy for our infield mixes. So I started out last year, I brought 4 truckloads in and took the coarse material and I put it into this form right here. From that point, we took our extruding plant we used to make bricks, and we put that product, I wanted to moisture balance it a little bit. And Luke, I'd like you to talk a little bit about what you've seen in the process that we've created, how we're presenting it to the groundskeeper, and what you think the benefits to him could be.
Sure. Well, like you said, this is predominantly what's been used in the major leagues and a lot of minor league parks for many, many years. It's been widely accepted because it does perform the best, Grant. Like you said, I mean, this clay's got the best cleanest cleat in and cleat out and doesn't dig out as much as other clays. The drawbacks are, this is how it comes out of the bag. You know, it's like a rock. So guys like myself and everybody else, like you said, you've seen so many different ways they prepare it. Using rollers, crushers themselves, a hose and water, and literally spending hours in order to get enough clay to go out and pack after the game. Well, now it's all done here. I mean, it is all done for you. So when you get it now, it's coming out of the bag. It's screened down to 1/8 minus when it's dry. Then it goes through the extruder and it's pre-moistened, and this stuff is ready to go. Out of the bag, you can take it. No more clay humidors, no more crushing, no more messes on the breezeway floor and whatnot.
Driving rollers over it.
Driving rollers over it and just making dust and making a mess. Heck, you know, we used to hear from upper management all the time, you guys are making a mess out here. Well, we had to do it. Comes out of the bag, ready to go. No more crushing this up in your shop. Dry it out. It's a couple runs. That second run here. This run, the moisture is just almost perfect. I mean,
we changed the spray nozzles inside of the extruder. The first time around, we had to cut the water back. This clay is so sticky when it gets wet that we had to cut the water back so fine that the spray nozzles quit working almost altogether. It just sort of trickled out the end of the nozzle.
Right.
So I had our operational staff figure out how to get a better nozzle that would spray across the entire surface of the machine better, and I'm seeing a tremendous difference on round 2 of making the product. This is our second production run. We did 4 loads the first time around, and we kind of figured out how to do it. And we've had to have a time this spring battling to try and get enough, dry weather to be able to dry it out. This is a bugger of a product to work with at certain times of the year. And so we finally got another production run going here, and I'm really happy with the way this looks. But we're always open to changes and what we need to do better, and so we'd like to have your expertise to help us with that.
Well, I'm very impressed at this, blown away, and literally for some crews, this could almost eliminate 1 or 2 ground screw guys. What I'm even more excited about is the opportunity is going to open up to minor league crews that did not have the staff to go from this to this. There's a lot of minor league crews and D1 schools that would love to use this gumbo if it comes like this. So that being said, now you don't have to have 2 or 3 guys spending 2 or 3 hours prepping it, get it out of the bag, ready to go. You're already using black gumbo. It's going to be compatible. It's going to pick right up. A lot easier to just start with in season. If you're not, we recommend digging out and starting over after the season.
Absolutely. Well, we call the product BlackStick. I had a really fun time naming the product down at when I at the source. I met a guy and we took a look at the soils map, and he says, "You're looking for some of that good old BlackStick, huh?" And I said, "Well, I hope so. I hope we're talking about the same thing." So, but I just thought, I think if I find it, I kind of like the name. So we just, it's the stickiest clay out there. It's definitely black when it's got some moisture in it. So we kind of just went with the name BlackStick. So when you pour that out of the bag, you can just open it right up. You just put this in this 50-pound bag. There you go.
That and what it used to be.
Is that? That's the difference. A lot of work, but I really think it's going to make a big difference for the industry. Hey, thanks a lot, Luke, for coming out and seeing us.
You got it.